In the golden age of Total War modding, Tsardoms Total War has emerged as a towering monument to what historical modding can achieve. Built on the bones of Medieval 2 Total War, this mod transports players into the turbulent, complex world of the 14th to 16th century Eastern and Southern Europe, where feudal powers, rising empires, crusading orders, and Orthodox kingdoms all collide in a mosaic of war, diplomacy, and cultural struggle. Of all the mods I've played on Medieval 2, it will forever be in my top 3, so that should tell you a lot about the quality on offer here. What sets Sardoms apart from a lot of other mods out there, though, is its relentless commitment to authenticity. Every faction is deeply researched, from political structures to military rosters, economic systems to religious dynamics. The campaign is unlike anything else in the modding scene, featuring dynamic scripts, emergent historical events, and a politically fragmented and stunning custom-made campaign map where diplomacy matters as much as force. It's a true role-playing sandbox of medieval history, letting you step into the boots of a Ragusan merchant prince, an Ottoman bey, a Wallachian voivode, or a crusader knight of the Papal States. And yet the campaign is only half the story. Sardoms delivers an elegant, equally rich battle experience, blending distinctive unit rosters with thoughtful map design, from brutal mountain skirmishes in the Carpathians to open field clashes in the Hungarian plain. The battles are tactical marvels that reward patience, adaptation, and timing. In short, Sardoms is Total War in its purest, most amazing form. More historical, more strategic, more immersive than most of what the base game has offered, and as far as battling goes, it's definitely some of the most fun I've had, especially on Medieval 2. Now, the point of this video is almost a year after the major new campaign Sardoms 1448 released, the Sardoms development team took a bold leap forward by announcing a new custom city battle map that I have to say is 100% probably the most impressive map I've ever seen made for the game, on none other than, of course, the most iconic city in the period, Constantinople. Long requested and long envisioned, this map is not simply a reskin of another medieval city. It's not just some buildings jumbled up to form what looks like Constantinople. It is a from the ground up reconstruction of the Eastern Roman Empire capital at its height, and in stunning accuracy and detail. This project aims to recreate the sprawling city as it would have been back in its heyday, and of course with full playability as well. The walls of Constantinople, legendary in their own right, are now fully modeled based on their historical layout. They encircle the city just as they did for over 1,000 years, now complete with interior earthworks, ditches, and divides, a touch of realism that reflects how Byzantines reinforced their walls in times of war. But beyond the fortifications lies the core achievement, the city itself. The devs have introduced new urban environments, models, Greek and Bulgarian Orthodox churches, and even a new palette of Greek residential architecture that offers a uniquely Eastern Roman aesthetic. It's not just a city, it's a vision of Byzantium in digital form. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, despite the dated Medieval 2, if something like this wasn't used for educational purposes. Like, that is how realistic and historically well researched this is. And best of all, while most eyes are on Constantinople, and rightly so, that is the main event here, the team has quietly also created a full model of Galata, the Genoese-controlled district across the Golden Horn. Historically a critical part of the city's defensive bastion and a factor in its eventual downfall, Galata has been designed with such care that it may soon even appear in its own standalone battle map. Let that sink in for a moment. This section is completely cosmetic for the moment in the main Constantinople map. Like, how amazing is that? That is true dedication right there to great, memorable Total War map design. It's just sitting there across the Golden Horn while you fight your major battle in Constantinople itself. This kind of dual environment visual design is almost unheard of in any kind of modding, let alone the official games themselves, and it speaks to how far Sardoms is willing to go to push technical and artistic boundaries. Honestly, CA I think can take a massive page out of their book in terms of city map design for future Total War games as well. Now, unfortunately, the technical limitations and some real life commitments have delayed the release of the Constantinople map, which was originally timed to coincide with the kind of really nicely the May anniversary of the city's fall in 1453. But the team remains committed. When it releases, this will not just be another battlefield, guys. It will be the battle map to play. I mean, I'm going to load up Sardoms just so I can play a Byzantine campaign to defend this beautiful map against the invading Ottoman armies. This is a true new benchmark when it comes to Total War battle map design. Also, aside from this amazing, obviously, piece of news, while the campaign and custom maps continue to evolve, another team has been quietly reshaping how Sardoms plays online. Enter Sardoms Multiplayer Edition, a full-scale rework of the mod designed exclusively for online battles. From the Multiplayer Edition, players can expect a complete roster rework for every faction, tailored to reflect historical strengths and regional dynamics, all units tested and tweaked over a year-long period to ensure competitive viability, which is crazy to me. Mercenaries cut and reshaped, now only appearing where they make real historical and tactical sense. New and improved unit stats, creating a smoother, more responsive battlefield experience. A redesigned menu UI optimized for quick multiplayer access. Dozens of new tactical maps designed specifically for competitive play as well, which is really cool, featuring varied terrain, elevation, strategic choke points, etc. Visual improvements as well, including flashing white unit banners for routing units, offering better feedback during the chaos of battle. Select units from the 1448 update included, giving the mod a slightly late period military flavor without sacrificing consistency. And there's a lot more here. We've even got a proper faction list that is vast and diverse, over 25 playable factions, including the Kingdom of Hungary, Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, the maritime powers of Venice, Genoa, Florence, Balkan heavyweights like the Tsardoms of Serbia, Bulgaria, crusading and religious factions like the Knights of St. John, the Papal States, Central European players as well like Bohemia, Austria, Bavaria, Switzerland, and Anatolian contenders like Karaman and Aydin, all brilliantly designed for epic online Total War battling. Now, at the time of this video, the multiplayer edition is complete and only awaiting the final delivery of a few more remaining custom maps, such as, I imagine, the big Constantinople map. Once those are ready, the release will shortly follow afterwards, and players will be able to fight epic Sardoms battles online with each other. Hell, I might even host a Sardoms battle tournament on my Discord server. Like, why not? Overall, 2025 is turning out to be a pretty historic year for Sardoms, with the Constantinople map nearly finished, Galata potentially getting its own spotlight, and the multiplayer edition primed for release. This mod is no longer just a great campaign on a beautiful map, it's becoming an entire ecosystem of gameplay, history, and artistry. You'll be able to play two brilliant campaigns with the original Sardoms and the 1448 campaign. You'll be able to play with dozens of factions across multiple brilliant new battle maps, and even online against friends and rivals alike. More than that, it stands as a testament to the power of the Total War modding community, one that continues to thrive nearly 2 decades after the release of Medieval 2. In an era of remakes and reboots, Sardoms offers something more enduring, a labor of love, a living history lesson, and one of the finest strategy experiences ever built by fans, for fans, because that's what modding is all about, turning games into fully fueled up passion projects that continue to evolve, surprise, and delight all of us. Sardoms is the epitome of this, and if you've ever thought about playing it again, now is an excellent time. And that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, give it a like, drop any thoughts or questions in the comment section below as always, and let me know what you think about Tsardoms Total War and these big updates. If you haven't yet, I highly suggest you go check it out. Subscribe for more, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.